in the public. If the power of Supreme Court is getting anyway compromised, for example, the NJAC and the collegial system, the Supreme Court makes sure that they abolish and curtail or do some changes in that particular bill only, and it pays somewhere less attention to others which are not really related to the powers of Supreme Court.
So I would again disagree. So at the end of the day, everybody is a citizen, right? So first it has to stand up for itself. If it is not standing up for itself, how do you expect it to stand for others? And there are innumerable judgments, innumerable instances when Supreme Court has taken as hard a step as possible to restrain governments overreaching or trampling upon the rights of general public.
I mean, I really believe that this is somewhere a trial of subjugation from the parliament to, keep judiciary at a...
As I've said, parliament being elected body and having will of the people, so to say, for 5 years, would always want to trample upon rights which curtail its limitless freedom, so to say. But you have to understand that this country runs through a constitution, right? So if that freedom or that power which has been bestowed on it by the constitution makes it to make a law which overreaches other organization or population, then Supreme Court very well has a right to stand up and to take a stand and to put that law down.
If we take a hypothetical equation, so we'll leave the hypothetical equation after the basic structure doctrine introduction. The 42nd Amendment Act came where Parliament said that they keep all the rights to themselves to curtail or amend any right, including the fundamental right as well. And they passed a bill only to just to overpower the basic structure, which was not challenged until the Minerva Mills case.
So it was challenged, and Minerva Mill came,
and the case came in front of judiciary.
Yeah, that's how the process works. It's not a debate which is a live debate happening. So somebody passes a law by their own words, and another person replies and puts down that law. Yeah. It's not a war. So it's a constant process of having evolution of our own understanding and coming to a better conclusion.
Let's take a different case, a little different from this. Judiciary recently made its decision about the administrative powers of Delhi should be under the government of Delhi only, the state government of Delhi.
Right.
And after some time, the parliament introduced a whole new bill that is called the Delhi Services Bill, in which it introduced that the administrative powers of the UT of Delhi would be under the lieutenant governor, that is the union government only. So what happened here is the parliament totally cancelled the decision of judiciary, which should be respected because it is also the one of the pillars of constitution.
So what happens in a case in judiciary? It looks at specific things. Judiciary will take a decision on certain issue, but if it is in regard to policy, the parliament has a supreme right over policy issue.
Right? Yeah, that is sort of a I don't know if it is a diplomatic answer, but definitely something a lawyer would answer it because
it's not diplomatic answer. So I think Supreme Court itself has said number of times that if it is a policy issue, we will not intervene. For example, you are serving in an army, right? And you feel it's being posted at a very strong location. You might feel it's in violation of your personal rights and liberty, right? Because you don't want to be posted there, and there could be circumstances where somebody is not well or something is happening in a family. And you go to High Court, then you go to Supreme Court, right? For if you go. The court cannot dictate that specific armed force or organization to function, because if courts starts doing it, they will have no other jobs than to micromanage the country. So that part is done by administration. And then there are parts and responsibility for legislators to be done. And there are some specific parts which Supreme Court has to ensure as checks and balance. If one of these one of these organs overreaches, one of these pillars overreaches on other side or on side or on the third pillar, then they have to do away with it. They cannot get into all policy matters for that matter.
I don't know why does it. People never had any complaints with the decisions of Supreme Court or Supreme Court being getting intervened into some new bill or something. They have always this certain sort of faith, belief in the judiciary. If we do a random survey, most of people would be in the favor of judiciary only. If we take two houses, the parliament and judiciary, we believe more in the judiciary. Doesn't it sounds like a dictation only when we see if judiciary is passing some decision? Parliament, on the other hand, after some days, passes a whole new bill which totally cancels out a decision of the judiciary, like the daily services bill. In short answers,
Like
your
for example, if for a policy matter, and if there is a lapse in some policy and somebody goes to court, the court might have a different view. The legislature might have different view. The intent of the legislature comes from the legislation which the parliament passes. So court interprets that legislation and those words and comes to a conclusion. And parliament might think that's not the right conclusion. So it might come up with a better reformed law, right? Till the time it's in the policy domain, it's not breaches the fundamental rights or basic structure of the constitution, then Supreme Court has nothing to do with it.